Hello everybody. So all I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you the great top-notch YouTube content that I'm known for. I'm going to play Slither.io and I'm going to go over my high school experiences. Because, everybody goes through high school at some point. So let's see. Freshman year, nothing really interesting happens. Let's see. One time on the bus, make a joke. I say the N-word in it. Not like the N-word N-word. I'm talking it's like, has the A at the end, the air quotes acceptable one. I really didn't care. I was a cringy little 14-year-old. I was making jokes. I thought I was so edgy and cool and oh my god. So I go through and I say this next to one of the football players. Really big, buff ass black guy. So after I say the joke, he looks me up and down and he's like, that was pretty funny. But if you say that again, I'm gonna beat your ass. And I was like, I, I, I thank you for not beating my ass. Bye. Get off the bus, start walking home. I'm like, man, I'm really fucking lucky I didn't get my ass beat right there. My friend Skylar, the guy Koyenga that you see on the sidebar of my YouTube channel, also Skylar9055. I play League with him. He texts me and he's like, hey Noah, I just want to let you know that if he beat your ass, I was gonna let him because you fucking deserved it saying dumb shit like that in front of him. And I was like, you know what, Skylar? You're a true friend. Because you understand the difference between when it's time to jump in and help your friend and when they've gotten themselves into a mess. It's like, well, you're shit out of luck. Let's see. Also, speaking of Skylar, our friend Michael. We all live in the same neighborhood, all rode the same bus, all that fun stuff. Michael's kind of being a dick one day. So we're like, okay, go home. And I was like, I'm gonna make a joke. I took a picture of Michael from my flip phone. And I sent it to Skylar, and I titled the attachment, Dick Pic. Well, Skylar's mom sees that he got a text from me, and he's like, I got a text, and she says, why does it say dick pic? Why is a 14-year-old sending my 14-year-old a picture of his penis? He opens it, looks at it. She thought it was pretty funny. And that's the story of how I probably should have gotten my ass beat, didn't, and how I make poor decisions. Let's see. Western civilizations, that was sort of like we're learning about, the West. I don't know what. I'm trying to make this sound interesting. It really fucking wasn't. It was just history of how, I guess, Europe and Asia became more advanced, I guess is the word for it. So there was this guy in there. He really didn't seem like the sharpest tool in the shed, you could say. He was 16. At my high school, there's two campuses. One for juniors and seniors. One for freshmen and sophomores. He came to our campus to learn about Western Civ because he fucked up so many times. Now, what creeped me out, okay, get an education, that part's fine. What creeped me out was he kept unhooking some of the girls' bras. Now, they'd laugh and, they'd laugh off. I was like, is this sexual assault? Should I be calling like someone on this? Didn't, for obvious reasons. He also kept asking me weird questions like, hey Noah, you got hoes? I was like, I'm fucking 14, dude. He's like, I can get you someone to suck your dick. I was like, who wants to fucking suck off a 14-year-old? That's fucking weird, dude. However, this is also in the same class where people kept saying, hey Noah, you don't give a fuck. You should ask the teacher if she's pregnant. I was like, she probably is, but I'm not going to ask that. Because if she isn't, I'm in the shitter for the rest of the semester. And there's no recovering from that. And I mean that with every ounce of being in me. if you ask a woman if she's pregnant and she's not, you're fucked. You're gone, buddy. Sorry to tell you that. Yeah, she was pregnant. That was interesting. Let's see, anything else happened freshman year? Oh yeah, biology teacher. Again, Skylar was in my class. She said the answer to one of the test questions was moist. D. As in, D on multiple choice. It was moist, Now everybody's fucking laughing about that. I mean, everybody, I mean all the guys. And then the girls start laughing. She was like, girls, do not encourage this behavior. And she starts drawing all these dicks on the board. And I'm talking, she was putting in a lot of detail. She put both balls, you know what I mean? Put some hair on it. I was like, what's happening? And she's like, this is not funny. And she keeps drawing dicks on the board. She's like, this is not funny at all. And I was like, is this happening? Is this real life? Is this just fantasy? That's a Bohemian Rhapsody reference, in case you didn't get it. I am cultured, you see. But anyway, just a general shit show was that whole day. Timmy was in the back, he kept fucking making dolphin noises. Austin fell asleep, and for some reason, people were licking his elbow, because apparently you can't feel it. Everybody thought it was fucking funny. I was really fucking worried for the sanity of everybody in that class. Really great, really top-notch stuff. Let's see. Fast forward, sophomore year. I took a class for gym. You could choose like a specialized one. There was speed lark training, which is mostly like getting faster, running, swimming, all that shit. Individual sports, team sports. I didn't like any of that. I wanted to just sort of do my own thing. So naturally, I just went with strength and conditioning. It was taught by a really big guy named Mr. V. And he liked to swear at us. A lot. And when I say he liked to swear, I mean, we had a lockdown one day, and he says, okay, kids, we're going to sit here, and we're not going to do anything or make any fucking noise in case this guy comes in to blow our fucking heads off. But if he does, I'm going to take that 45-pound weight that you put on the bench press, and I'm going to fucking throw it at him. And you're all going to go grab a weight, any size, any weight, and you're going to fucking throw it at him. And I'm going to kick his ass. Keep in mind, he's saying this to a group of, at oldest, maybe 16. And he's talking about how he's going to beat the absolute shit out of this guy if he comes to kill us. Honestly, really funny. He kept talking about his donkey named Pedro. Yeah, the gym teacher had a fucking donkey. I don't know how to explain it either. He also rescued horses. He rescued dogs. All in all, a really nice guy. Really... Is humanitarian the word? I guess. Really altruistic kind of guy. But he really didn't take anybody's shit. He would swear the fuck at you. Just really go in, lay in if you did something stupid and he didn't like it. So, I just liked doing the exercises. It stopped me from getting fat. Got me to be like... I'm not gonna say skinny. It got me to a point where I was a normal, like... Not fat, I'm not skinny, I'm just sort of fucking here. Which I was happy with. I really didn't care. Sweaty as hell. Go to the locker room. I see a bunch of half-naked guys standing in a circle. I was like, is this the hazing those people were talking about that happens at the other high schools? Because I think earlier that year, one of the neighboring high schools got into a lot of trouble because the football team would haze the shit out of new people. I'm talking like, for people who, at that time, calling people gay was still an insult. at this point in high school. Nobody's really like, oh, gay tolerance. Everybody's like, ah, you're a fucking gay. But they were having like guys suck their dicks and shit. And I was like, man, that's interesting. By interesting, I mean fucking disturbing, but I mean, same thing, I guess. I digress. Back to the story. See a bunch of half-naked guys standing around. I'm like, okay, something weird's happening. Turns out it was a fight. Two half-naked guys rolling around on the ground. I'm trying to step over them like a dumb fuck. I didn't just go around. I eventually did, but I was like, okay, I'm really not getting past. Come back like a minute later, change my clothes. It's really not that long to do it. Take off your shirt, take off your shorts, put your clothes back on. You're fine. One of the guy's face is, like the entire right side of this guy's face was just drenched in blood. I'm like, oh shit, what did I miss? Because up until this point in high school, I hadn't really seen a fight. You know, I hear about them. It's a big high school. Again, 2 campuses. About 1,000 kids per class, okay? So think there's about 2,000 kids in a building. I didn't really see fights. They always happened across the school in places I wasn't in. So this is like my first time seeing a fight. I'm like, oh shit, is this what happens in high school? People get like bloodied and shit? Turns out, I guess when one of the kids like fell down or got shoved, bonked their head on the corner of one of the lockers, one of the metal lockers, and it just bashed the shit out of his face open. I was a little fucking scared, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, he's fucked. Because it was a lot of blood. Blood's on the ground, blood's on the locker, blood's on his face, on his clothes. I'm like, this is fucking terrifying. Nobody ever really prepares you for that in high school. And I mean absolutely fucking nothing. Anything else happened sophomore year? English class. Worst class, by the way. It's basically an extension of the freshman class. My friend Luis comes in there. We're about to take a test. I'm studying. He's like, hey, you don't need to study. Because I got this. And he pulls out a piece of the fucking Quran. Or at least he said it was. It turns out it's just a piece of fucking Arabic paper he found on the ground. And he says, I'm going to say a Muslim prayer. And so he gets like 5 other guys. We're all just doing that whole Muslim prayer thing. On your knees, just worshipping this. The teacher's looking at us like, do I stop this? Will I get in trouble if I stop this because I'm not being tolerant towards Muslims? Because he was putting on a really, like, good fake Muslim accent where if you don't know anything in Arabic, you're not going to know what the fuck to do. Like I'm talking, Karen will call the police and say you're making bomb threats or some shit. Just all in all, really good stuff. He finishes, we take our seats, and the teacher's just giving us this half-eyed like, I'm gonna let this go, but we're not gonna talk about this ever again. Fun fact, we didn't. We just sorta let it go at that point. Weird thing though. No clue why I did it. Just felt right in the moment. Yeah, I think that's about it. Nothing really happened that was too big in high school. Again, like I said, I didn't really see many of the fights. It was always on the other side of the fucking school. As usual. Guess an interesting thing was when I took graphic design. We're about to take the fucking final. It's the day before. Kid named Jeff says, how do I copy and paste? The teacher looked at him and said, Jeff, you're about to fucking fail this class if you don't know how to copy and paste. Everybody laughed at him. That was a good day. Let's see. That's about it. So yeah, Go fuck yourselves. Stay safe in the pandemic. Have a great day.